know that the Bank of England has a museum of its own? Because I didn't, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. I don't know quite what I was expecting, possibly large numbers of coins in rows or something like that, but the collections that are on display there are incredibly varied and really well thought out. The range of stories goes from architecture and history and politics through individuals like a Governor of the Bank of England who also wrote The Wind in the Willows, the introduction of female bank tellers, the implications of the world wars, and the fact that at one point the bank had its own military brigade. I want to be clear, it's not that I'm claiming this is the best museum ever. I'm excited, in fact, by the amount of curatorial skill that's gone into taking and not necessarily obviously prepossessing subject and finding such an incredible variety of interesting and engaging stories with it. It probably should have been obvious, but it wasn't something that I'd ever thought about before. But money and the Bank of England has this really close connection to everything that's going on politically and socially over the last 300-400 years. It was amazing to me just how much the history of the Bank of England was also the history of the whole of Britain. And just as an added highlight, you do get an opportunity to try and lift a gold bar, and oh my goodness, are those things heavy. You are not going to be stealing one anytime soon. Overall, I think that the museum is well worth a visit. Just go to the Bank of England, pop round the corner. It's a free entry museum. You don't necessarily have to spend vast amounts of time there. It was probably about an hour, but you could spend less if you don't want to read as much of it as I did. I think possibly the extent of my enjoyment is partly the surprise that I found. So I hope that this video hasn't spoiled it for you, but I definitely think it's one to go to if you haven't been before.